Hello everybody, this is AG here, and welcome to the Michigan International Speedway here in Brooklyn, Michigan, as we are here for the Michigan Sprint in season number 1 of the Wawa Pro Series. This is the penultimate event of the season for these guys here. Only 2 races remain, Michigan and Darlington, 3 weeks from now when we're going to do that finale race, but we could possibly see ourselves clinching the championship here in the Wawa Pro Series here this weekend. Jesse Turner in the number 17 starts 3rd for this sprint race here today. He has a 19-point lead on Noah Clifton coming into this race, and then Hunter Braxton 25 points behind, Chris Reynolds 27 points behind, and then after that, it's a bit of a stretch for some of these guys, with Seth Cole 40 behind, Nathan Faden 42 behind, Nathan Orman and Dylan Young both 50 points behind, Troxel and Will Parrish 52 and 54 points behind, respectively, there inside that top 10. If a driver has a 30-point lead heading into the finale race, or the finale event, I should say, then they have clinched the championship. So if Turner leaves Michigan, leaves tomorrow's race with a 30-point lead on the field, he has clinched the championship for the Wawa Pro Series. So we'll have to see what he can do this weekend here at the Michigan International Speedway. It's been a long time, a very long time, as a matter of fact, since we have done any sort of race at this racetrack on the channel. If I'm not mistaken, it actually has been since August of 2020 since we've last done a race here, so almost a year and a half. So I've almost forgotten how this track runs, but we should be in store for a great event today, and of course a great event tomorrow with the Michigan 100K. But today, 12 laps to determine the starting lineup in the penultimate feature event of the season. Of course, the starting lineup determined by the finishing results of last week's race. Of course, that race took place 2 weeks ago at Martinsville. But nonetheless, Zachary Fitzwater won that wild race that we had at the Martinsville Speedway to grab his 24th career win on the channel. Alongside him, it's Thomas Troxel there in the number 10 machine. A great opportunity for Troxel to get something to go his way this season. He's not really going to have a good opportunity at winning the championship, I don't think. Going to be a bit of a stretch for it to happen for Troxel, but it is still possible. Jesse Turner, however, could clinch the championship tomorrow, and 3 points here today would be huge. That would give him a 22-point lead, assuming that Noah Clifton does not finish in the podium places here today either. Alongside Turner is Logan Williams, and you got Dan Parkin, Brandon Nelson, William Brock, Dylan Young, Priya McShane, and Trey Wright. Those are the 10 drivers who received championship points at Martinsville 2 weeks ago. And I mentioned that the finale is going to be 3 weeks from now. The reason for that is because I want there to be an event every weekend heading into the Indianapolis 250. And that is the one weekend coming up outside of this weekend as well that we do not have a Haas IndyCar Series event going on. So it's also happens to be the same weekend of the real-life Darlington race in the NASCAR Cup Series, so I figured, you know what, that's a perfect time to do the finale race in the Wawa Pro Series, and we'll do it regardless if Turner clinches the championship or not this weekend. Should be a good one here in Michigan Sprint. Fastest lap determines the starting lineup for tomorrow's 32-lap event. We got 12 laps to determine the winner, and the top 3 finishers receive championship points for green flag here in Michigan in the Wawa Pro Series. Good jump there out of Zachary Fitzwater in the number 4 machine. You got Jesse Turner right behind him there. That outside lane did not get going on the start, and already you see some 3 wide back in here as Nathan Faden moves to the inside of Prescott and Hunter Braxton. Hunter Braxton was a guy, he's 25 behind. He's really fallen off of the past few races, but he's been able to keep within a race of Turner here, just barely. We'll have to see how well he can do this weekend if he's going to have any shot heading in the Darlington for the finale race. Zachary Fitzwater is going to lead lap number 1. Jesse Turner right behind him there in the number 17 machine. Fastest lap right now going to Will Parrish in the number 3, and he's all the way at the back of the field. However, that was the first lap, so we'll see how well those fastest laps hold when we get to the second lap. And we have a pass for the race lead. Jesse Turner, who has done such an excellent job in these sprint races. He's gotten a lot of bonus points out of these sprint races, and next season when the feature event points go down a little bit, and it's essentially cut in half for the feature events, these sprint races are going to mean a lot towards how well you do in the championship, because you're going to get 3 points still for a sprint win, but now only 12 points for a feature win next season. And with that pass for the race lead, Jesse Turner has taken the fastest lap away. And as they run right now, would start on the pole for tomorrow's Michigan 100K. Dan Park is to the inside of Zachary Fitzwater here for the second position. You got Logan Williams here as well in the number 6 machine. Priya McShane's up here. Of course, only the top 3 finishers receive those championship points. But it's not good for the field when the points leader is going to get the most of them the way they're currently running. William Brock just had a very fast time right there. He's going to go to the top of the board in the number 5 machine. 36.272 there for William Brock. Dan Park closing in here on Jesse Turner for the race lead. We'll have to see if he can get around the 17 machine. Of course, Turner was able to get around Fitzwater there. Now you got 3 wide as McShane and William Brock try to get to the inside of Fitzwater, but they're going to go 3 wide with Logan Williams. And Dan Park may be able to get to the quarter panel of Jesse Turner here, and that was a close one there between Fitzwater and Logan Williams off the exit of turn number 4. McShane's going to take the 3rd position away, or at least attempt to do so. And Jesse Turner falling back in this fastest lap right here. 15th quickest right now. He doesn't have a pull on anyone for the draft, and that is definitely affecting where he is in terms of this starting lineup. And the way this race is going here in this sprint event, you might want to be one of those guys who starts up front. Here at Michigan, Dan Park trying to work that inside lane on Jesse Turner. Turner on that outside lane. Dan Park's going to clear him. Or at least come close to clearing him. So now it's really getting interesting. Of course, Turner isn't going to clinch anything if he gets any points here today, but every point matters in terms of this championship, and it could help him clinch tomorrow. Yeah, Noah Clifton in the number 21 there, falling back. Clifton right now currently holds on to the 19th fastest time, but he'd be starting right behind Jesse Turner tomorrow, the way they are currently running in terms of the fastest lap. Turner under fire from Logan Williams, Zachary Fitzwater right here as Dan Park pulls away. We're now halfway through the Michigan sprint here at the Michigan International Raceway. Or the Michigan International Speedway, excuse me. It looks like those fastest laps have kind of stalled out, so now it's down to who gets the race victory, who gets the bonus points. Logan Williams going to take second from Turner, and now Fitzwater looking to move to the inside. Now Fitzwater is going to need to win all 4 races at the end of the season, both sprint races and both feature events, if he's going to have any mathematical chance of winning this championship, which is hard to believe. He actually still has a mathematical chance with 2 races left to go. But he does. And on top of that, he's going to have to get the fastest lap as well. And even then, he'd have to get a better average finishing position than Jesse Turner. So, I mean, Fitzwater still has a mathematical chance at tying Turner in the points, but it's going to take everything in order for that to happen. And if Turner gets any points in any of those races, Fitzwater will not tie Turner. And Turner just barely hanging on here as Logan Williams has taken the race lead. I'm sure you guys saw that, and I just now noticed it. But a good run there for Logan Williams. We're going to get a second sprint win of the season. He won the sprint at Indianapolis. Whereas he is out of championship contention, only 47 points on the season for Logan Williams so far here in the Wawa Pro Series season number 1. Of course, we're excited for season number 2. I've been painting a few of the cars, got a couple of them done. Got 25 left to go, but, you know, we'll get there, and we're hoping for an early June start to Season 2 of the Wawa Pro Series, and it's going to be a great season. Fitzwater with a huge head of steam to the inside of Logan Williams, and now Williams going to fall outside here. As William Brock in number 5, looking very strong right here. And Fitzwater, you know, like I said, you know, he still has a mathematical shot at tying Jesse Turner. It's going to take a lot, though. I mean, the maximum amount of points you can get in one race weekend is 29. That's winning the feature event, getting the fastest lap in the feature event, and winning the sprint race. And that's 29 points in both events. Well, this is the first step for Fitzwater. And he has just taken the race lead and is pulling away here from the field. And with this, Zachary Fitzwater would surpass Jesse Turner on the all-time wins list. This would be his 25th career win on the channel. And not only that, his third straight, if you count the sprint races and the feature events here in the Wawa Pro Series, because he swept the sprint and the feature event at Martinsville. However, he's going to have to hold off William Brock, and William Brock is fast. And then number 5, he's got the fastest lap, looking to start on pole for tomorrow's event. And he just took that lead right away from Fitzwater with no contest at all. Hunter Braxton is inside the podium right now, looking to get that extra bonus point. White flag here in the Michigan Sprint in the Wawa Pro Series, season number 1. William Brock with a huge opportunity here to get another win on the channel. It's been a tough season for him. Started off very strong. He got a sprint win at Daytona, but he might not get the sprint win here. He went very wide off the exit of the corner, and Fitzwater drove right by him. Logan Williams to the inside of Hunter Braxton. And now William Brock trying to close in on the 4 machine. It's not gonna happen. It's gonna be the 25th career win for Zachary Fitzwater. Fitzwater wins the Michigan Sprint. William Brock, Hunter Braxton with the podium. 3 points to Fitzwater, 2 points to Brock, and 1 point to Hunter Braxton in the number 1. How about that there for Zachary Fitzwater, your new all-time winningest driver on the channel. Turner didn't hold that for too long, now did he? Fitzwater came through there with 3 wins. That's his 5th win of the year on the channel, and we haven't had that many races this year either. Been having a good one so far here in 2022, no doubt about it. This is how they'll start for tomorrow's race. William Brock and Priya McShane on the front row. Thomas Troxell and Hunter Braxton in row number 2. Dan Park, Trey Wright in row 3. Brandon Nelson, Will Parrish in row 4. Brendan Wilmington and Dylan Young in row number 5. Vlad Prescott and the 41 of Ryan Durrani in row number 6. Nathan Ormond, Nathan Stapleton in row 7, Ethan Lewis, Chris Reynolds in row number 8. Jesse Turner will be starting 17th alongside Zachary Fitzwater, who breaks the tie with Logan Williams there. So Fitzwater will start 18th, Williams will start 19th, then it's Noah Clifton starting 20th, Seth Cole starting 21st, Nathan Faden, Christian Master, and Zach Winkle. That is how they will line up for tomorrow's Michigan Sprint. Of course, you will see right there on the right-hand side of your screen the official starting lineup for tomorrow's Michigan 100K. And Zachary Fitzwater with 3 points towards the championship. He's got a chance. He still has a chance here. If he wins tomorrow, gets the fastest lap, and Jesse Turner does not receive any championship points, and no one else surpasses Turner in the points, Fitzwater will still have a mathematical chance heading into Darlington 3 weeks from now, which is hard to believe. Fitzwater had the worst start to the season of anyone. He was last in points for a majority of the season. And now here he is still with a mathematical chance. He's actually, he's going to still be 11th in points, but he's going to be 1 point off of getting inside the top 10 in points. And this is something I've yet to mention. The top 10 points finishers will be able to reserve a ride, assuming that they're not an owner. Now, if you're a champion and an owner already, you get to ride anyway. But the top 10 will get to reserve ahead of time for Season 2 of the Wawa Pro Series. So that's good news for Jesse Turner. Or, it's good news for Jesse Turner because Jesse Turner will more than likely finish top 10 in points. It's good news for Zachary Fitzwater, especially if he can bounce it up and get inside that top 10. And, of course, we want to have Fitzwater in the series because he's Zachary Fitzwater, you know? I mean, how else do I describe it? Hey, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow at noon Eastern Time for the Michigan 100K. 32 laps tomorrow here around this 2-mile racetrack in Brooklyn, Michigan. And if you enjoyed today's race, you're going to enjoy tomorrow's race as well with the cycle of pit stops. Thank you guys so much for watching. Congratulations to Zachary Fitzwater getting the win here in the Michigan Sprint. And I will see you guys later.